Parents these days often get boggled with the amount of diverse information and advice available on sleep training. The internet is flooded with different sleep techniques from various sleep consultants across the world. Parents are often presented with conflicting advice by different sleep experts. For instance, some experts advise to leave the child alone to cry it out, while others advise to hold the child as close as possible. To make matters worse, each culture has its own nuances. Hence, it's almost impossible for parents to figure out the best possible approach to sleep train their child. Therefore, before you begin the process of sleep training, it's important to understand that there is no single, definite or best approach. There is no single approach which can be termed as the right approach. The right approach varies based on several parameters, such as cultural practices, social conditions, relationship between parents, and most importantly, the child's personality. So when I advise you on the best recommended practices in sleep training, you will need to understand the principles, and it is acceptable to modify it based on your situation and child. One of the main reasons why parents get confused between the different approaches is because most of the experts tend to push their recommendations as the only and best recommendation. However, it's not practical to raise all children the same way. Dr. T. Berry Brazelton, one of the most renowned pediatricians who studied child behavior, pointed out that children are constantly learning. Each child is different and expresses a different personality. Therefore, a one method for all approach does not work. At this point, it's important for you to understand that practice what suits your child the best. Stay calm and do not get overwhelmed. The reason why a lot of parents fear sleep training is because of what they believe is called the cry it out method. Many parents think that cry it out method recommends to put the child in a separate room and allow the child to cry till he or she falls asleep. This method is advocated by a lot of Western sleep specialists and can be easily perceived as the only form of sleep training. Most Indian and Asian parents find the thought of this so scary and inappropriate that they refuse to consider any form of sleep training. They even refuse to hear other sleep training practices. However, this is not the only method of sleep training, and there is absolutely no reason for you to fret or fear. Through the sleep training program, I will advise you on the best practices based on the latest scientific evidence and keeping in mind the cultural practices. The ultimate aim of this program is to ensure that your child gets good consolidated sleep and enjoys all the benefits of sleep. So stay patient and committed and ensure that you follow all the guidelines which will be advised in the subsequent videos.